So I've got this mesh of a mess, and we can see that there are a number of things that I did wrong. I just joined a sphere to a cube rather than doing a Boolean or something to that effect. I've got all sorts of things happening in the geometry that are not right. So let's discuss this. In my 3D print box, if I do a check all, we can see that there are a number of problems. Some might be a concern, some might not, depending on what the use is. But if we're talking about trying to mimic something in reality, or possibly 3D printing, these are things that we do need to pay attention to. So if I'm in edit mode, and we can see that there's some loose geometry here. All right, some loose vertices. Under mesh, if you're in edit mode, there's a series of cleanup tools. And for example, we can see that I've got quite a few. Here's my vertex counts. If I go to mesh and I clean up and I delete loose, we can see that, well, I've gotten rid of some of the loose geometry. Now, likewise, depending on the scenario, there's another tool for cleaning up where I can merge things by distance. Now, I did have some extra vertices that were doubled up, but I think they were unattached, so I'm not sure that this will actually make a difference. But if I merge by distance, um, I can even take up the default a little bit and see what happens. Yeah, that doesn't appear to have made an effect, but it very often can, because a lot of times you'll have vertices that are in the same location and you don't even know it. All right, now that had an impact here. So if I do a check all, we can see that, well, that got rid of our zero faces problem and our zero edges problem as well. We do have a lot of non-manifold edges. And if we click on it, we can see what some of those are. Now, this is where maybe, well, actually, before I do that, I think I might also fill these holes. We'll see what happens there. So if I go to my mesh, and if I go to cleanup, there is an option to fill holes, and we can see that some of those holes have been filled in. So that's great. Let's do a check all. Oh, a few things seem to have gotten wonky. Bad or contiguous edges. I wonder where those are. Okay. Oh, that's one that was already there, actually, now that I think about it. But that's something that can be remedied as well. Now, that's one that I had highlighted earlier where the normals are flipped. I could literally manually, actually, let's select that. And we can go to the mesh, and we can go to the normal, and we can flip it. And if I do a check all, that'll eliminate that problem. So a lot of these things, just one at a time, one by one, you can kind of gradually get rid of them. Sometimes you can cut to the chase and remesh things or what have you, but it is a lot of times you can get results that you didn't necessarily expect by jumping right to that. So it's always good to examine things first if you can. So non-manifold edges. We can see there's definitely a mess there, and that was something I highlighted previously on the previous video. But one thing I can do is I can just go ahead and select Make Manifold, and you can see that some of that geometry got cleaned up very nicely there. So now let's take a look, check all, and see. All right, now I've got intersecting faces. Well, again, not a surprise. That's happening right here, where I have the sphere going into the cube, and I didn't really do much about it. One thing that I could do is, maybe now is an appropriate time for me to go ahead and consider remeshing. A few different ways to do that. But in this case, I'm just going to go to Properties, and I'm just going to go ahead and I'll leave the settings as they are, and I'll just, I have to go into object mode for that to work. I'll go ahead and I'll push voxel remesh, and things changed. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do a check all, and now we're down to some non-flat faces, some intersecting faces, and the overhang faces. So let's maybe take a look at those and see what we get. Now the geometry did change. Uh, in this case, I'm fine with that. But let's see where those intersecting faces are. Okay. Well, we got some sloppy geometry happening here. You can see that I did some wonky stuff when I was creating those zero faces. So I think in this particular case, I might just make a few little changes. Maybe I will merge those vertices. See what it did. Okay, that did make a difference. I'm gonna do the same thing. Do a check all. All right, seems to be getting better. The intersecting faces are still here, so I mean I've clearly got a mess, and that doesn't seem to quite make sense based on what we're looking at. So let's see. I wonder if I just get rid of these faces altogether. And maybe just kind of redo things. So let's go ahead and grab these vertices. We'll fill them in. I'll grab these vertices, fill them in by pushing F. And I'll do the same thing here. Push F, fill that in so I get more of the pyramid or whatever I was going for there. Check all. All right. Now we're down to non-flat faces. Let's see where those are. Okay. So yeah, it looks like there's just a little bit of lack of logic as to how these faces are working. You can see as you sort of move around that from certain angles they look like they're going one way, and from certain angles they look like they're going another way. So in this particular case, I think what I'll do is grab that vertex, and I will grab the vertex across from it, and I will push J to join, turning this one face into two. Now I've got 8 non-flat faces. Let's check all, and all right, we're down to 7. So that seems to be the solution there. If I just go ahead and grab that, J to join, and if we check all, now we're down to 6 non-flat faces. All right, so we know how to solve that. So finally, we're left with overhanging faces, and as I discussed previously, this is just a matter of kind of perspective. This is if, assuming that this is something that's being 3D printed, and it's sitting on the plate like so, it's printing in open air with nothing to adhere to below it. Well, that's a non-issue in this case, because if I were to 3D print this, I think I would just do just the opposite and print it this way, and the overhanging faces are a non-issue. So that's kind of one way to kind of manually go about fixing some of these issues related to things that might happen in the 3D print toolbox when you get some of these erroneous results.